You heard the ladies. They're excited to play. Back to you guys for kickoff.
Danica Brace, she did not even look at Adrienne Purnell eye to eye. She is fired up like this is a championship game and this is an all-star game. This is going to be fun to watch, Mitch.
A look at the All-Fantasy Game trophy, as this is the most amount of talent we have ever seen on one single field in the history of the LFL. And here's Danica Brace, a high end-over kick, fielded by Christelle Harris all the way out to the 20-yard line. Check that, she'll get it out to about the 19. A good return by the Ferrari. And we'll get our very first look at Dakota Hughes, the second-year quarterback from the Atlanta Steam. And we sat down with her earlier.
Dakota, despite the success you've had at such an early stage in your LFL career, do you expect any butterflies before the first snap of the game tonight?
I expect to always have butterflies no matter how many times I step on the field, but I'm really confident in how we've practiced the past couple days, and with all the emotions that come, being an all-star, playing at an international level, I'm just going to step out on the field and play football.
Dakota Hughes is having an outstanding career. This year, she was the Offensive Player of the Year in the LFL.
Hughes getting off to a great start. That was a 7-yard connection with Lauren Ziegler. And there are her 2015 stats, Bobby. 17 scores against only 2 interceptions. The young Dakota Hughes.
Phenomenal year, 49 out of 95. 17 touchdowns like you mentioned. That's incredible for a second-year quarterback.
A 2nd and 3 now. That is a quick screen pass. That complete again to Ziegler for 4 yards, and that'll be enough for an Eastern Conference first down.
Just a tunnel screen out there to Lauren Ziegler, blocking out front of her. Lauren Ziegler had an incredible year this year. It took a little bit to develop the combination, her and Hughes together. Now they're probably the #1 passing combination in the league.
And they're young with a lot of years ahead of them in Atlanta. Dakota Hughes and Lauren Ziegler. That'll set up a 1st and 10, ball at the West 20. Fakes the handoff to Harris. That's another quick screen pass. Good open field tackle by Danica Brace. Another connection between Dakota Hughes and Lauren Ziegler. That one limited to 3 yards.
That's the problem with a tunnel screen. When you catch it, when you have Danica Brace in the middle, you don't want to bring it into the middle linebacker. You want to catch it and bring it outside toward the numbers, or you're going to get killed like Ziegler did there.
Ball down to the Western Conference 17-yard line. Dakota Hughes looking impressive in this offense early. A 2nd and 7, ball at the 17-yard line. That's a little option play. Hughes going to keep it, and that is Agam Chichindu from the Los Angeles Temptation coming up and just wrapping up Hughes.
Chichindu is one of the meanest players in the LFL, and Hughes is not a running quarterback. I compare her to Tom Brady. She's adequate, she gets some yardage, but she's not an option quarterback, and it showed right there.
Hughes did manage 2 yards on that carry. Danica Brace barking out orders. She is definitely the leader of this defense. Coming off league MVP and Defensive Player of the Year honors. What a year she had, Bobby.
I cannot believe how she's treating this game. I was surprised before the game. A lot of people think the All-Star game has some fun. She's treating this like this is for all the marbles tonight.
And that's who makes the open field tackle on Coco Montgomery. And they're going to talk about it a little bit. That's what's fun about the LFL All-Fantasy game. It is unlike any other All-Star game. They are taking it seriously.
Danica Brace is not treating Coco Montgomery like an all-star. She's treating her like a piece of trash, throwing her on the sidelines in an all-star game. I love this.
That was a 1-yard gain, now setting up a very vital 4th and 4 for the Eastern Conference. And they're going to want to talk it over as the East does call a timeout. With a little over 7 minutes remaining, we have a scoreless first quarter as the stars are shining in Guatemala City.
Like your favorite LFL players and teams and receive breaking news stories. The LFL's official Facebook page, facebook.com/mylfl.
Back to Guatemala City for the 2015 All-Fantasy game as the Eastern Conference will be on offense, and now we will meet their starters.
Oh, Joe, you're center. I'm in love with the Coco. You're Italian stallion and tight end.
Zigatron, receiver.
Dr. Alberts, receiver. Ferrari Harris, the running back.
Dakota Hughes, quarterback.
Watch out for that high-powered passing game with Dakota Hughes throwing the premier receivers, Lauren Ziegler and Allie Alberts.
I like the matchup of Christelle Harris and Dakota Hughes in the backfield.
It's going to be interesting because Christelle Harris is arguably the best running back ever in this league, but you have a high-powered passing game. What are they going to do, pass or run?
And Allie Alberts way off sides. You could see the Western Conference defense celebrating. And we've got our first ever bilingual head referee, Eddie Merez. Allie Alberts way off sides.
That's going to happen at All-Star games. They've only had a week to practice together like that, and the Este was definitely offsides there.
The Este was offsides. I'm going to have to look that one up. It is a 4th and 9. Dakota Hughes under center, fakes the screen, looking down the field. Nobody there. That looked a little misdirection, setting something up in the flat, but nobody there under heavy pressure by Stevie Schnorr.
Coach Michelson told me they're going to bring the heat. They brought a casino blitz right here. Everybody coming after Dakota Hughes. She had a receiver open deep, but there was no time to get the ball off.
So the Western Conference defense holds, and we will get our first look at KK Matheny. All 5'1", an absolutely career season up in Seattle. And look at the numbers, Bobby. 18 touchdowns against only 2 interceptions.
Great numbers there. More importantly, her leadership there was phenomenal. She led a team. She came out there her first year in Seattle and took them to the championship.
Absolutely. I think that's not a stat line, but her leadership was second to none. And we got a little trickery by the West. That's Michelle Angel. And she finds Bren Renda streaking down the sideline. The 5'10" wide receiver getting behind the defense.
Wow, that was string music for the West. Their first offensive play, a little chicanery by Coach Michelson, a double pass. You have Michelle Angel, the Los Angeles quarterback, a wide receiver. She catches it and fires a strike to Renda. She's coming to her own as a quarterback. What a call by Michelson.
And did you see the arm on Michelle Angel? No wonder they're not missing Ashley Salerno in Los Angeles. Much talked about Salerno's switch over to Michelle Angel.
Michelle Angel has come into her own this year. She'll see a lot of action at quarterback tonight, but what a throw by Angel.
Now Angel remains at quarterback, mishandles the snap. That was on the extra point attempt. The score will remain 6-0 Western Conference.
Michelle Angel not accustomed to getting the snap from Megan Hansen.
Western Conference defense coming back out. Let's meet the starters.
Kim Chase, defensive end. Katie Whalen, defensive end.
Danica Brace, middle linebacker.
Agam Chichindu, lockdown corner. Katie Finley, your starting corner. Ty Emery, strong safety. Michelle Angel, safety.
There's some rookies in that lineup. Kim Chase and Katie Finley, Ty Emery. You got to watch how they play. This is their first All-Star game against a solid Eastern team.
Dakota Hughes not wasting any time. Looking for her favorite target tonight, Lauren Ziegler. That was great coverage by Ty Emery and Danica Brace over the top.
Mitch, you call it great coverage. I call it a blatant hole. Look at this. You can almost tackle her. Where's the flag on that one?
I had a bit of sympathy for Ty Emery, being a former cornerback myself, but that was an absolute mugging. Ty Emery keeps that up. She'll end up in a Guatemalan jail.
These officials, they're not normal LFL officials, and it showed right there. Coach Hack cannot like that call.
A 2nd and 10 now. Dakota Hughes remains in the shotgun. Allie Alberts in motion. Heavy pressure by Agam Chichindu looking down the field. And Dakota Hughes connecting with Christelle Harris. The much talked about Christelle Harris on the ground. She's also a great weapon down the field.
What a read by Dakota Hughes. They came with, you mentioned, a Cobra blitz off the edge. Hughes read it and found Christelle Harris on a post pattern, getting behind the coverage. Watch this strike by Hughes right on the money. What a catch by Harris, and the East scores. Wow.
Not enough accolades could be given to number 18. Dakota Hughes hitting Christelle Harris in stride. And that'll tie our ball game at 6-6. The Eastern Conference now lining up for the 1-point conversion. Christelle Harris in the backfield. Pitch right, she fumbles the ball. Dakota Hughes covering again. That goes back to the mishaps of not having a lot of work together.
Exactly. Look, Christelle Harris, she should have gone wider. Hughes turned around expecting a solid pitch to get outside. Harris cut it up, and obviously it didn't work. But Christelle Harris, let's get back to that catch. She is known as the top running back. 2 years ago, she was also the top receiver in the league.
A huge weapon, Christelle Harris, as we meet the starters for the West.
Megan Hansen, center.
D. Harb, your starting tight end.
Danica Brace, tight end.
Michelle Angel, wide receiver.
Bryn Renda, wide receiver.
Stevie Schnorr, running back.
KK-47 Matheny, your quarterback.
It's going to be interesting to see if KK Matheny, the quarterback, after winning a championship, how she's going to play tonight. Will she be a little complacent, or will she come with an edge?
And looking to our favorite target again, Bryn Renda, and missing to the outside. We had our own Liz Gorman sit down with KK Matheny.
KK, being the veteran quarterback, do you think this is going to help you calm your nerves going to play in front of such a large crowd?
Yeah, definitely. I think that, being in this experience in Australia and being able to play in such a large crowd will definitely prepare me for tonight. I actually welcome it. It's exciting for me, brings energy to me and the team, so I'm excited.
Well, that showed this year playing in Seattle, sold out crowds all the time. She's used to a crowd like this. I'm just interested, after she wins a championship, how fired up can she be to play in an All-Star game?
Absolutely, we won't find that out just yet. That was Stevie Schnorr.
KK! Give!
Schnorr gaining 8 yards, and that is offensive coordinator Chris Michelson. Here's a quick dart to Bryn Renda in the flat. Renda already targeted 3 times this evening. 2 completions and a score.
Great read by KK Matheny. That was an automatic read. Nobody was covering Bryn Renda. She just takes a snap and fires it after and lets her run with the football. They've been playing together so many years now, back in Tampa and Jacksonville. She knows the routes that Bryn Renda is going to run.
That completion now will set up a 1st and 10. Ball at the 18 of the Eastern Conference. We're going to expect to see a bit of Stevie Schnorr here tonight as well. And a pair of great wideouts in Michelle Angel, and we've talked about Bryn Renda. Now Matheny sending Angel in motion. That's a Y handoff to Danica Brace. Chantel Taylor all over it. Taylor and Yashi Rice having an incredible year. Let's meet the starters for the East.
Quiet Riot, you're a DN. Incredible Yashi, defensive end. Nigerian Nightmare, your linebacker.
Lauren Ziegler, corner.
Althea, your corner.
Adrian Purnell, your strong safety. Dr. Alberts, free safety.
It's going to be interesting to see if KK Matheny could get the ball deep over Allie Alberts and Adrian Purnell. I don't think so. That's a great combination in the secondary.
Now Matheny rolling right, nobody there. And that is Nneka Nwani chasing her down.
That is a linebacker, Nneka Nwani. She is the beast of the East, chasing down KK Matheny. And KK Matheny can fly. Watch Nwani. Catches her from behind. KK Matheny's going to be laughing about this later. She didn't think anybody could catch her from behind.
Real close to a potential horse collar. Nwani chasing down KK Matheny. That'll set up a 3rd and 9 now from the East 17-yard line. Matheny going back in the shotgun. Stevie Schnorr flanked her left. And this defense, I'm really excited to see that front 3. And they're going to bring the pressure. That is a quick strike in the seam.
It's too high! Yes, it is! I swear to God, she doesn't take a fucking responsibility for one fucking thing.
Head coach Chris Michelson, don't tell him this is an all-star game.
He's absolutely right, though. She made the right read. It was a man-free coverage. Had man underneath. Nobody was on Danica Brace. She puts the ball in front of her. That's a touchdown for the West.
That'll set up a 4th and 9 now. Score tied 6-6. We're seeing a bit of offense here, but I also like the athletic play on these defenses. We saw Nneka Nwani chasing down KK Matheny. And of course, Danica Brace being her usual beast. Matheny back to toss it again, throwing it into tough coverage. Nneka Nwani batting that ball away.
You got to wonder if KK put the same preparation in tonight like she did the championship game right there. You mentioned it, Mitch. She threw it right into coverage, went to the wrong receiver.
Early on, KK Matheny just not on the same page.
She's wide open. She tries to float everything. You can't miss that fucking throw. Look how deep Allie Alberts is. This quick slant's wide open. What the fuck is that? You step right in the middle, you would literally have, you run into the rusher. It's crazy. Don't ever do that again. You are making some fucking shitty decisions.
Wow.
Honestly, why does Chris Michelson not have a reality show?
You would never know this is an all-star game. You would think this is the championship the way Michael's talking to her.
Nor would you know that we're still in the first quarter here. 1:04 remaining. That is a low snap back to Dakota Hughes. Let's see if Hughes has any success. And she's trying the right side. Again, looking for Lauren Ziegler. And I don't think I've ever seen Danica Brace cover so well.
Not at all. It's a great read. When you have Danica Brace against Ziegler, one of the top receivers in the league, just put the ball up like that, give her a shot. Brace put her on the sideline. Even if she caught that, it would have been out of bounds. Great play by Danica Brace.
But you got to like them in the open field. I'll take that matchup, Ziegler versus Brace, if I'm the Eastern Conference. You got to take that shot down the field. As we wind down the first quarter here, I'm not sure the East will get another play. Brace making an early impact in the 2015 All-Fantasy game. And that'll be the end of the first quarter. A game that has been heavily contested by both defenses. And we are tied up 6-6.